Every team, every topic, everywhere. This is Believe.
First down at 10 at their own 10-yard line. Tevin Coleman with some running room. Tevin Coleman down the sideline. Coleman, one man to beat. Tevin Coleman's going to go 90 yards, and Indiana takes the lead.
Randall L. scrambles, started off the pitch, keeps it himself down the sidelines. He could go. Antoine Randall L. touchdown. Rory going to the single coverage, end zone. He hits Cooper again.
Welcome to episode 263, the Kennesaw State Recap Podcast. You are listening to, I wish I could remember what I called it last time, the world's premier IU football podcast. I don't know what I said. Either way, you've come to the right place. We are here to recap another game that Brandon did not attend.
Early daggers.
And Brandon is here. Brandon and I both coming off a nice couple W weekend. One of us I think both of our teams combined with IU and our NFL teams put up over 90 combined points. So that's some fun stuff. Brandon, what's up? No, you guys didn't quite get to 90, did you? No, we didn't.
34.
Neither one of us got to 90. So yeah. Okay. What's up?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of the things you wanted to see fixed from the Old Dominion game got fixed. There's still a few, which I'm sure we'll get to, but an absolute bounce back performance from individuals and the team that you like to see. Progression through the season is important. I think you saw it a lot last year. And that was probably my biggest takeaway was the things that IU was not good at in game one, they got better in game two.
Yes. And we talked about it to nauseum about how just really simple execution things, right, that happened. Those happened. Now, there's a couple things on the other side of the ball, the defensive side of the ball, maybe that could use some improvement. But again, when we get down to it, it was massive improvement across the board. So let's hop right into it. Final score, Indiana 56, Kennesaw State 9, and it wasn't that close. So IU moves to 2-0, moves up in the AP poll today. I saw from 23 to 22. Don't know. Coach's poll comes out today too, right? Or no?
No, it comes out tomorrow at noon.
Tomorrow. So we'll see that tomorrow. Stat of the game. There wasn't anything super glaring other than the team rushing yards. IU breaches 300 again, 316 yards rushing. They held Kennesaw State to 89. Why is that significant? Because we gave up 218 yards last week. Now, of the 218 yards given up last week, 150 were on two plays. So you could look at that as having another stellar rushing defense, but maybe with just two boneheaded plays. So, Brandon, anything else you want to point out stat-wise, not without going into individual things?
Red zone offense, 5 for 5 to start.
5 for 5.
That was super impressive. I felt like the interior defensive line play was stronger. I feel like if there was a little bit of a step back, and this is a little bit of me grasping at straw, I feel like the secondary in the second half maybe went to sleep a little bit. Guys were a little bit more open. Things I didn't expect to see from, guys like Farrell and Sharp, and things I don't expect to happen again. I would think that Coach Haynes will tidy that up in film room pretty quick, because Jamari Sharp and Amari Farrell are just too good of players to kind of let those things happen. Nothing that I'm overly concerned with. But yeah, I mean, again, I very few penalties, no turnovers. Again, a clean business-like win, which happens to be my headline, business-like. That's what they were supposed to do, and they did. So,
Cool. I want to make one quick comment because I did go back. I didn't do the short game. I actually went and rewatched the game this morning, and those plays, in particular, the one where Jamari Sharp, I guess people will say he got burned. That play I remember live was weird. Dude, the secondary was in all sorts of nobody knew what was going on. For some reason, Amari Farrell takes off from his safety position on that side of the field, runs all the way to the other end of the field, other side of the field, sorry, and leaves Sharp on an island. I think he was sitting there expecting safety help and made a great play. I mean, he's ripped the ball out right there on that play anyway. And then the play that you talked about with Farrell, he was so close. He was so close to getting a hand on that ball. Great catch. That number 1 kid that we talked about, Bernard Binyard or whatever his name is, he's a good player. I think that Kennesaw State, honestly, I think they've got a couple really good players. I think they've got some players that are young. They've got a defensive tackle that went to IMG, they said.
Yeah, he's a sophomore. That guy will be transferring. And then
that
the guy
looks
put us
good.
on tape. Yeah.
That quarterback looked like he's a little raw, but looked like he could play.
I think he's probably one level. I don't think he's a power 4, but I think he's a group of 5 or a group of 4 quarterback. I think he could definitely play in the MAC or the Sun Belt or something like that.
Absolutely. But there are some players, man. There's a good linebacker that could, if he's got any eligibility there, that could move on. But I mean, that was a decent team. I saw more individual talent on that team than I did on Old Dominion. Outside, they had Joseph. And
did you see what Old Dominion did?
No, I didn't see
Saturday.
What'd they do?
59 to rip. Now they played North Central State, but Old Dominion might be good. They might be good. Who knows? I had a buddy who bet on them, and I'm like, I hate you. And he's like, no, I watched the IU game. They look like a decent team. So not that I'll be following Old Dominion. Maybe just a little bit more box score chasing. But
yeah, man. And we'll move on. We don't have to talk too much about individual Kennesaw State players. We're never going to see them again. So my headline.
Wait. We're talking about Kennesaw State real quick. Do you think it was kind of weird how Dexter didn't ever get – okay.
It's coming because I'm going to take a shot at you guys, you and Seth, real quick. Yeah. My headline is – and sorry, kids – suck it. So with how did that one look, dummies? So, and that goes out to basically all of the fan base that was freaking out after game 1, and to you and Seth, who I just buzzingly just had enough buzz on there to be a little bit loose-lipped with some stuff. I think I called you guys effing idiots, and Dexter's not going to do anything, and blah, blah, blah. I think he lasted 2 possessions.
Yeah.
And got yanked. And I honestly, unless he was missing reads or something, I didn't think he played that bad. I just don't. Oh,
it had to be something we don't know. He either had to be rattled or there's something had to happen on the sideline. Because, like I said, the announcer, again, you were at the game, but the announcer kept going oh, that was almost a really bad pick. I actually thought it was a brilliant play by Pons. It was actually more on the wide receiver for whiffing on the screen than it was for Dexter Williams on the throw. That's what the Fox Sports 1 announcer, I forget, Tim Brando. Tim
Brando. I love Tim Brando.
He gets excited, man. The other guy with him, the Gardner guy, though, is not good. He's like a wannabe Gus Johnson, and it's hard to listen to.
Yes, I think he did the game last week too, but not Brando. I think somebody else did the game play by play.
Yeah. So, but yeah. So I didn't have them covering. I thought, again, I predicted 42-10. I thought they'd win by a lot, but not cover. They covered by more than 10 points. So
yes, they did. I want to make a couple points real quick. So here's what started the hating on Seth and Brandon. Brandon, quote, Dexter covers. Brandon, quote, if Colton Joseph can, he can. Seth, Kennesaw State wins if they use Old Dominion's original game plan. Dexter, better than Colton Joseph as a runner. Brandon, they are the same person. That's the crap I was dealing with, guys. Late tailgate / walking into the stadium. yeah, and that's why my headline is what it is.
Yeah.
So
I
let's
did
get to-
not bet
Uh-oh.
Dexter Williams touchdown. It was plus
Dude.
950.
So my brother did, just because it was plus 950. Just like, well, he's here.
Yeah.
Maybe he'll get one. We also, nobody thought he was going to get yanked after like 3 plays either. So, all right, this is going to be tough because there are a lot.
Yes.
It's time for IU Marketplace. It's stock up time. We don't have all day, but let's try to keep it to one player on each side of the ball, offense and defense. I've got a few honorable mentions as well, especially on the defensive side, and well, really on the offensive side too. I just forgot about one. I forgot to write in. But Brandon, what do you got?
I'll take the obvious one. Surratt. For any of those who bought the dip, Surratt stock went down a little bit last week, but that didn't last very long. He was seemingly open every play. 9 catches, 97 yards, 3 touchdowns. He is a red zone absolute weapon. I think he needs to be the number 1 red zone target every time we get in there, especially in goal-to-go situations. His route running on that out was just bananas. I mean, it's one of the that's an NFL route. Like that route he did was an NFL route.
Are you talking about the goal line where he came in on the
Yep.
motion, brought
Yep.
the man guy over,
Yep.
and then
That was just insane. So again, the All-American played like an All-American and just absolutely dominated.
Yeah, it was so easy. You know what's the funny thing is that I think we legit only had like 1 drop. I know some people are going to point out that he dropped the ball and Bond dropped the ball. Well, Surratt's was the one it was about 6 inches from his face and it got tipped. So that's a tough one. And then Bond, I thought, was led a little bit too much on his ball, but it's okay. I'm going to go with the guy throwing those balls, and it's another super easy one. That's Fernando Mendoza. He looked so good and so smooth, and his balls were
Easy.
His passes
There we go.
were crisp, and the spirals were tight, and there weren't those risky throws, right? There might have been one that kind of got a little bit of a PD on it, other than the one I already talked about. But no, I thought he was hitting those out routes hard and fast. The drop, speaking of drops, the one by EJ Williams where he cuts it on that slant and could have walked into the end zone. That was just a smidge behind him, but again, just a perfect ball that should have been caught. He was great, 18 to 25, 245, 4 touchdowns. And then obviously his brother getting one too, but a couple other guys we'll talk about real quick. Lee Beebe Jr.
Yes,
he
was my second one.
Yeah, couldn't have gotten much lower of a stock, I think. 11 carries, 90 yards, and a touchdown. I wrote in here, quote.
The thing he did last week that I loved was he used the block that sprung Brady on the punt return. But he needed this. He needed this big time. The rushing stats from those 3 are insane.
Yep.
Like those 3 have what did I say? I think they have like 450 total yards or total rushing yards amongst those 3. That is wild. It is a truly a 3-headed monster. I'll be really curious to see how the carries shake out. Because again, 9 by Hemby, 10 by Black, 11 by BB. I mean, this is a 3-headed monster.
Yes, it's going to be a major problem for other teams, not ours. Quick honorable mention, and if you've got anybody else you can, but an original member of the Braggly's Boys Club, Charlie Becker, had himself a little bit of a game. And you want to talk about a red zone target. He can get up. He can get up and get the football. So really good player, and he's getting a lot of run. And I thought they ran the 2 group of wide receivers with Brady, Bond, and Becker out a lot in this game. I think you'll see them a lot on Friday, and I think you'll see a lot of more of like Mekhi Jackson in that group as well too.
What did you think about Cooper on that end around? Like that was that I didn't know he had that next gear, right? Like he's
the stiff arm too.
I didn't. Yeah, I mean, mean runs is that what they call it on Good Morning Football? It was a mean run. I did not know he had a little Debo Samuel in him. But that could be
He's
dangerous.
built like Debo.
He is.
He is. He came off. He had a little bit of an ankle thing. Maybe the first quarter, where he looked a little ginger, right? And then if you watch that towards the end, he starts kind of running out of gas a little bit and kind of limping, like trying to drag himself into the end zone. Gets in there. But yeah, I mean, his stiff arm there against the sideline that kind of set it off from a 20-yard gain to a 75-yard gain. There was that one, and then Lee Beebe had one too for his touchdown run.
Yeah.
That was awesome. So those were good. Let's go to the defensive side of the ball. There's a lot to pick from here too. So I'll let you start because I've got two that are, if you pick the obvious one, I've got two that are pretty easy.
Yeah, no. So we kind of didn't talk about him in the offseason. We kind of didn't talk about him at all. But Kellen Wyatt, welcome to the show. You know, we kind of talked about Landino, and we talked about Tucker, and we talked about Daly. You know, we kind of talked about everyone kind of except Kellen Wyatt, it seems like. Certainly not unintentional, but man, can that guy move. He is thorough. I really liked what I saw out of the Maryland transfer.
Yeah, he is really good. 9 tackles, 2.5 tackles for loss. Set the edge up really well. Looked explosive off the edge too. And he's opposite. Those that don't know the names and know the numbers, that's number 13, opposite side of Kamara. And I don't know if he played or started as much against ODU or not. I don't remember seeing him as much, but he looked really good, like a locked-in starter moving forward, I would assume, on that side of the ball. There's a few more. You got Aiden Fisher. He had a really good game. It looked like the leader. He was doing his little celebrations after that.
Dude, that stick he had over by the goal line is nicey. That was nice. Yeah.
One of his 2.5 tackles for loss and a sack as well. Lewis Moore in what could be his final college game.
God, I hope not, because I think he's a difference maker. It would be really unfortunate.
Yep, another pick, 7 tackles, 1.5 tackles for loss from the safety position. You can keep going, man. Honorable mentions for me were Kamara. He got his sack and looked more like himself on Saturday. And then Isaiah Jones, dude. I know we talk so much about Hardy, and I think he's doing well, and I think he's fine. But when they go to that Hardy stand-up edge and bring Jones in, dude, I don't know what gets shot into him, but he goes nuts. Like he had a great game too. So anybody else on defense you want to shout?
Nope.
No. I have, and I'm interested to see if you actually have anything, but stock down last week. I just had a couple schemes, and I might have one scheme for the defense, and it's just being picky, but I've got nothing on offense. I don't think you can do anything on offense, but I'm interested to see what you have to say.
Yeah, I got nothing. Again, I ripped the red zone offense. That was seemingly fixed. So yeah, no, I mean, you score 56 points and run for 300, and your quarterback throws for 4 touchdowns. Yeah, there is no stock down on offense.
Yeah, as I said, none there. On defense, do you have anything? Again, the score was 56-9. So
again, I mean, we really got off the field really well. Kennesaw State went 2 for 13 on third down. That's winning the downs that matter. So no, and like I said, it was a clean game. Again, when we look at the penalties, 4 for 40. So again, the yardage is maybe a little bit high, but a penalty a quarter is great. So no, I got nothing on defense either.
As I was saying earlier, I mean, some people might be showing, oh, you can't give up those long passes. Those were like high school plays, man. Those were like roll the quarterback out, like let him sit for a little bit. He's getting a ton of pressure thrown off his back foot down the sideline, with just happens to be a one-on-one receiver, right?
Right.
If I'm gonna pick anything or be real picky at all, it's that middle running game where they had a couple big bursts, maybe some 10, 15-yard runs up the middle. It didn't see much from the quarterbacks, but man, I can't remember his last name. Coleman Bennett, maybe. is the running back. Heard his dad played for Washington in the NFL. But yeah, he had a couple big blasts up the middle. Their other running back did as well. I don't know if that's going to be a problem moving forward. Again, we have another fix-it game on Friday. So I think you'll see hopefully some major improvement there. But again, it's just being picky. So speaking of being picky, Brandon, if you're going to sell or buy a house, you should be picky. So we're going to talk about that real quick, and we'll be right back. This episode is brought to you by your go-to expert in the Indiana real estate market. Whether you're looking to buy, sell, or invest in a home right here in the heart of the Hoosier country, Garrett Lawton with True Blood Real Estate is the agent that you need. He's not just a real estate agent, he's a Hoosier fan just like you. And Garrett knows Indiana inside and out, from Bloomington to Indianapolis and everywhere in between. Plus, his personalized service makes the buying and selling process smooth and stress-free. So if you're ready to make a move, give Garrett a call at 317-410-8851 or visit his website at lawton-realty.com. And we're back. Did you have anything else? I didn't ask you. Stock down, anything?
Nope.
No,
I'm good.
Let's revisit predictions, and Brandon's going to be all sorts of upset about this one. Seth and I both picked 6-45, as you guys remember. Brandon texted in late, but before the game, IU 42, KSU 10. Because of the 42 and because of the 10, now, you could go closest, right? But total points, we got him, right? So,
yeah, I mean, I was off by 14-1.
Yeah.
So that's 15 total points. You are off by 11
and 3,
which is 14. 14 is closer than 15. So it's a deserving win. It was close. But
I mean, I kind of want to go back through and see how we did with the Big Ten games, but maybe not. They were so easy. They were so easy to pick outside of maybe Michigan and Oklahoma.
Who did not look good?
Michigan does not. I don't think they're going to be good, man. I think we talked about
UCLA might be the worst team
what did that end up being? Because I remember showing my wife at 24-3 or something.
30-0. So they made it competitive.
Oh, that's what it was.
Purdue did not look good after a strong week 1. Maryland Friday night, I thought, had a potential to lose. Ohio State looks like the best team in the country. I mean, 70 to rip. Jesus.
Yeah. Minnesota, man, if Minnesota didn't let off the gas, being up 59-0 at halftime against Central Connecticut State or whoever that was, they kept showing the scoreboard, the out-of-town scoreboard on the big jumbotron, and I just kept keeping an eye on that. I'm like, please stop. Don't do that to those poor kids. Don't score 100. Just don't score 100. So that was good. Yeah. I mean, the Big Ten's going to be funny. I thought Iowa looked respectable, unlike their first game. So we'll see how the rest of it goes. What are your
Illinois
top
10.
Yes. Yeah. Illinois didn't look good for a while. And then, there goes Derrick Henry touchdown. What is in your randos here?
Yeah. So I got a few here. So you said you didn't like Obliterate the Owls. Did you not like that?
Man, I don't want to talk about band kids. I don't. I respect.
So I got in. So I told Sasha it's Obliterate the Owls, and I go, Michael didn't like it. I don't think I like it either. And she goes, what else? What other O word is there? So I took the time.
Oh, sorry.
So I took the time to look and outmatch. There is not a lot of O verbs, Michael. Limited on the O verbs.
It needs to be not obliterate the owls. It needs to be like one syllable.
So
owls is one syllable.
Own the owls.
Own the owls. Oust the owls.
Oust.
Like that's like something.
Yeah.
But it's fine. Let them do what it was. The one that we always talk about, like something about spank the Spartans.
Yeah,
was the one that I will never forget. What else you got?
Listeners, all 6 of you, can we just stop talking about the crowd? I mean, there's people that are posting like tickets and crowd pictures, and I'm over it. Right? Let's just wait for the Illinois game. If it isn't a sellout, raucous environment for Illinois, then we can talk.
Yes.
But I'm so over the online discourse with the crowds. It's an instant mute. If I see anyone whatever Twitter handle is talking about crowd, muted. I'm done with you. Okay. We've already talked about the Steelers.
Hold on, I got one thing to say about that real quick.
Yeah.
Buck Sir post game even said something a little bit about the crowd, about maybe not sticking out. The students stuck around more this game than they did last game. And then I was expecting the crowd that we got. And the way that Buck Sir said was, if you want to fill a stadium, or if you don't, if you're going to schedule teams like Kennesaw State and Old Dominion and Indiana State, you have to expect to have crowds like
exactly
that. Like, nobody wants to go spend, I can't remember the way he said it. It's like spend a bunch of money on tickets, drive down, drive up, spend a bunch of money on concessions, and spend all their day to come watch Kennesaw State get blown out 56-9. I do, because I'm a psycho. But
you are a psycho. Here's the thing that I don't get is, I've been a seasoned basketball season ticket holder for 14 years. No one complains when they play Southwest Nowhere State and the balcony is empty. But yet we can talk about how the top rows are empty in Memorial Stadium. Stop it with the double standard. Assembly Hall isn't sold out on a Wednesday night when IU plays at 9:00. Okay. It's not. So quit talking about when we don't sell out Kennesaw State. Okay. When it's a 36-point spread, just stop it.
Yes.
Which is also my thoughts on fantasy football. I love fantasy football. I'm an absolute psychopath when it comes to fantasy football. And my team's all laid an egg. Though the Derrick Henry touchdown is nicey, I'm not gonna have a chance to win. So I'm done. There is no rando with that. It's just I'm already done with fantasy football.
The fantasy football, dude. So as we were recording the preview, the Eagles game was on, and I have two tight ends. I've got Dallas Goedert and I've got Tyler Warren.
Goedert had a nice game.
Yes, and I benched him, and I started Tyler Warren,
who had
a better game. Yes. I am flying in fantasy. So, if you want to talk, we can.
No,
but
please don't.
No, we're good. The only player that, and this is a perfect time to bring it up, who has pooped the bed so far is Purdue alumni Tyrone Tracy Jr., who had 5 points as the starting running back for the Giants. So, that's it. But I'm going to win. I got a 99% chance of winning right now. Zay Flowers could put some icing on the cake real quick for me. That'd be great. But other than that, we should be good. We got Adam Thielen tomorrow too, but that's okay. I'm not expecting a lot from Adam. That's it for the randos. Final statements. Brandon has kind of already said what I would have said about the crowd stuff. Dude, I thought the crowds that were at least the people around me were into it. We were standing up on third down. We were, football IQ was pretty good. I don't know, man. It's hard to complain when you've seen the teams that win one game and you're seeing a spattering of people around the stadium. When you still have the majority of the middle sections full, top to bottom, it's whatever, man. Especially if these people are the people that aren't, and I don't ever want to tell somebody how to spend their own money, but if you're sitting at home and you're complaining about the crowds, then I don't want to hear it. So, all right, that's it already. Under 30 minutes. That's under 30 minutes. People easing listening. Be sure to follow, rate, review, whatever, all that stuff at Happy Hour IUFB. You do all the other stuff that I just said on our podcast platforms. As I said, reach out to us. Let us know if you listen to I don't know, Pod Boss or something. I don't know. I don't know if that might probably a thing. If you listen to some other, off scheduled podcast platform, let me know.
Content, location.
Yeah,
we'll do it.
Well, yeah, I'm gonna go rewatch the Colts game. I think I don't want to watch this game. I don't like either one of these teams.
Very hateable teams. Yeah, I'm not
Yes,
hate
they
watching this one. I'm not going to watch the Ravens. Fuck them.
All right. Well, nice. We will unfortunately preview the game against Indiana State, which is on a Friday night.
I will not be on that.
That's,
I will be in
this
England.
weekend.
I'm going
Yes.
to a
Oh,
sales.
mate.
I'm going on a sales conference and staying in a castle. I will be in the Hortworth Castle, which is by Stone and Bibford. It's BFE. It is the English
like in the
countryside.
middle?
Yeah.
In the middle.
Mm-hmm.
Ugh.
Yeah.
It's like by the Moors.
I don't
You know
know.
what the Moors are? You have to
don't
look that
know.
up. Should look up the Moors murders.
How about not?
There's
How about
bodies in the hills, Brandon.
I
There's
do-
bodies in the hills.
I do land at 5:00 on Friday, so it'll be a full sprint to get home in time for the IU game. But
If that airport's not too far
it's not.
away from the stadium.
You're right.
So, and I doubt you sell your tickets. So, yeah, that's it. We already did all the other stuff. Until next time, cheers. We're gonna hit 30.
Cheers, everybody. See ya.
All right, see you.
If you like the show, please take a moment to rate, review, and subscribe. It really does help the show to grow. Thank you for listening.